We're live. Welcome back, troopers, and welcome back to a new episode of El Paso's Finest Hour. I'm Zach Torres.
I'm Vitalia Sanchez.
And we have a very special guest today.
Mr.Macias. Thank you guys. Assistant principal here at Troop Nation.
Yeah.
Welcome to El Paso's Finest Hour.
Awesome. Thank
We're
you.
big fans of you over here on the podcast.
Oh, man. Love it. Love to hear
We
Honored.
it.
talk
to
about
have
you
you.
a lot.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Good to hear, man. I love it. I'm fans of you guys as well.
Thank you. So, for our listeners, do you want to tell us a little bit about how you came to be an AP here at Eastwood?
Yes, for sure. So before I get started, I do want to thank, you guys for everything that you guys do. Like you all mentioned, I'm a huge fan. You guys travel with us. You guys support the groups, the teams, the school. You guys are always representing us. You guys are always on the sidelines. And, man, what you guys do is, like, legit. Like, I always tell my show below, like, man, we got some of the hardest working kids at Eastwood. I say, because some of our kids, I see them at 6, 5 in the morning, let's say at the pool, and then I'll see them again at the football games later on at 7 o'clock at night. So just thank you for everything you guys do and representing us well, all right? So to answer the question, my journey to come here to Eastwood High School, right? Like anything else, I think it's a perfect time, perfect place. Of course, not without setbacks. I was actually in another neighboring district. I won't mention the district because I'm in a better place now. But I was there for over 18 years, and I did 6 years as an assistant principal at a middle school. And I thought, you know what, I'm ready to be a principal of a middle school. And I applied to be a principal, got all the way to the finalist position. For whatever reason, it was not meant to be. I did not land the principalship at that time. But then I started thinking outside the box, and I said, well, maybe, I'll give it a try at the high school level. And nothing better than El Paso's, finest. And so when I was trying to come into another district, I told my wife, I said, I'm going to apply for Isleta District, which is the best district in the region. And I said, but not only that, I'm going to apply at their best campus, which is Eastwood High School. I said, I want their best. I said, I want their best, and I want to be part of the best. If that's where the best are at, that's where I want to be at.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I applied, and, by God's good graces, I landed. I landed a job, and I was here going into my second year, and, don't regret it one bit. I love it. I love what I do. Like I tell you, we got the hardest working kids here, hardest working staff here, and you guys truly embody what it is to be EP's finest. And so that's why I'm here. That's what got me here, and it was a journey, not with, ups and downs and things that happen, things that don't happen. But I think everything at the end works out the way it's supposed to be. I'm a big believer, not to get too preachy on you guys, I'm a big believer in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I feel like this was meant for me to be here at this time. And so it's always his plan and not my plan. It gets really mad when I try to do things my way and say this is the way I wanted to do, but it happens the way it's supposed to happen.
And we're as a student here at Eastwood, and I'm so thankful, especially for APs like you, where the energy is just, I love coming into school, always great energy, always trying to do the right thing for us. And it makes me want to come to school knowing I have lots of support on my back.
Oh, man, that means the world, man. You guys get me all tearied up here. It means the world to me because that's what I do, guys. I do it for you guys. I really do. And so I got 4 kids of my own at home, but I tell my wife I got over 2,500 kids because I got the 4 at home, but I got all the 2,300 kids that I have here at Eastwood High School. So I really do. When I see you guys, I only want what's best for you guys as if you were my own. So bring the rah-rah, even when days that you don't feel it like it, and you're coming in, oh, man, you're dragging in. But I got to bring the rah-rah because I need to be there to support you guys and to have a smile on my face all the time, no matter what's going on, because you guys deserve only my best. And so that's what I come with. I said, bring the rah-rah, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Mr. Macias without a smile on his face.
Without the rah-rah.
Yeah, without the
the
rah-rah.
rah-rah, yeah. Sometimes you got to believe it, man. I got to psych myself out before I leave the office. I say, come on, man. Let's do it. Bring the rah-rah.
How do you hype yourself up?
Always with the one of these bad boys,
Yes,
and
sir.
then I come to the door, and then I say, all right, guys, I'm on my way out. I said, I'm blessed going out, I'm blessed coming in, baby. I said, and I got to bring the rah-rah for the kiddos because you never know. Some kids may be going through some stuff. Some kids may be having a lot on their mind, and so maybe that, hey, good morning, guys. Hey, it's going to be a great day. Hey, smile. Somebody loves you. Somebody's looking out for you. Maybe that goes a long way for a lot of kids, So I always try to make it a point to, if I'm crossing you in the hallway, acknowledging you. And say, hey, good morning. Even if they don't know me, I don't know them. And good morning, bud. Good morning, Mija. Good morning, sir. So that way they just know, hey, man, I see you. I see you,
That's definitely, there's like you said, you have over 2,000 kids here. You never know what each one's going through. So the smallest things make the biggest difference. And
Amen.
it's great to see, to have like a role model at school like yourself to teach us like things like that. Just costs nothing to have a little kindness.
Amen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, sometimes I've had like a bad day or I've had a rough morning, and any of the APs here, especially Mr. Macias, always cheering up the kids, just seeing that action, like, is like, that's nice. Yeah.
And you mentioned you were at a middle school for a while.
For 6 years, yes, ma'am.
How is it, is it a huge difference here at a high school?
It's a very big difference, yes, man. So going back to the APs, but that you were talking about, I do want to give credit to Mr. Obledo, because ever since he's been here, he's big on bringing the rah rah, and so getting us APs out of our shell. So maybe it's not your comfort to greet kids or to shake hands or to give hugs, but he forces that out of you. Like, the kids deserve your best, and so give them your best. Like, don't treat them as business, treat them as human beings. And so that's, his mantra, and that's what he preaches. So all of us are falling in line with what his vision is as well, right? But the difference from middle school to high school, not just in terms of instruction and curriculum and the kiddos and the teachers and whatnot, but I think the biggest difference is at the middle school, the kids are wild, man. They're wild, man. They're wilding out. Like, they're trying to find themselves. And so they're trying to find themselves. They're trying to push the limits. They're trying to see what they can get away with, see who they are, and they're identifying themselves. And so it's interesting. It's interesting. The 7th and 8th graders, the most, they kind of push the envelope a little bit. And so they're very moldable. They're very, you can mentor them. You can coach them. You can still kind of show them the right and wrong. They say that, research says that any student from 6th grade to 9th grade, you can lose them easily. So from that age group is where they're trying to identify themselves. They're trying to see where they fit in society, where they fit in the world. They're finding their purpose in life. And so at that age, it's very important to kind of get them young and correct them and shape them, because they're going to try to go and derail, but you got to bring them back and kind of correct them. And that's what I tell all my students. It's like, no matter how much I love you guys, I still have to uphold the student code of conduct, and I still have to correct you when you do wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So it's tough love, just like I have on my own kids. I love you guys, but I'm still going to correct you. So that's the biggest difference, is a lot of discipline and a lot of coaching and mentoring at the middle school. And at the high school, I think you guys have already figured you guys, like, your purpose and what you guys want to do. You guys are career-oriented, goal-oriented, university-oriented. You're here to take care of business, get in, get out, and, like, no ifs, buts about it, but I'm determined to be successful and get a diploma. And so you guys know that your classes, your grades, your loss of credit, like, all that matters, and you guys take care of business. We're a middle school kid, they don't care about all that. They don't care if they're showing up in class on time or they're passing or not, because they've been groomed and trained that way that they'll just get promoted to the next grade.
Yeah.
But high school is different, man.
Yeah,
you
it
guys have
is.
to have your credits.
Yes.
I mean, it's so strict with everything that's required just to get to the next grade level. And in middle school,
It's a little less of that pressure.
Yeah,
But-
for sure.
Like you were saying, like we've been saying, you're definitely bring the energy, fun spirit, but you also have you have a job to do. How do you balance that, being there for the kids while also doing it in a fun way?
Yeah. And that's the balance, and that's what makes my job tough, is because coming into this gig, I didn't think that I was going to be an educator. I thought I was going to be a probation officer or a police officer. So did the whole academy, did the whole bit. Believe it or not, one day I was in shape and I wasn't good looking, and I tried to do a police officer deal. So I passed the whole physical, PT test and everything. For whatever reason, again going back to God's plan, it didn't work out. It wasn't meant to be. But like I tell my wife, had I been a police officer, I would have never been able to, meet you guys, impact you guys impact my life. And so I feel like it was meant to be for a reason. And so going back to your question about, what was your question again?
How do you maintain the job that
yes, the
while
job.
being fun?
The job. So because I would never thought, I was going to be in education. So, it was all about correcting, mentoring, coaching, trying to be a probation officer, so that if the kids, that were youth did anything wrong, I was there to correct them before they became adults, and so they can be productive members of society. So when I came into this gig and I started teaching, and then I became an instructional coach, helping teachers become better teachers, and then becoming an assistant principal, I think it's a balance. It's a balance where you love the kids, you love on them, and you take care of them, and you support them. But like I mentioned, you have to be there to correct them as well, because you have to show them right from wrong. It's not like a buddy relationship. It's more of a coaching, mentoring, and like I'm here to guide you. And so I try to kind of, infuse that into every day, is that I have interactions with all of you guys and I talk to all of you guys. And I'm here to coach you guys up and support you guys. But when I see that you need to be corrected, well, then, it's time where I bring you guys in that tough love. So it's a big balance, a huge balance into how do I take care of you guys.
Yeah. And you've been talking a lot about mentoring and coaching. Yeah. I really do think I could see you as like a coach.
Yeah.
I see that.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I was a coach. I coached, really? I coach high school basketball, girls varsity, boys varsity, middle school football. So I think, going to your point, I think being a coach also helped me in this position, because you know how to relate to the kids, and you know how to get the best out of them, and you know how to come up with game plans, you know how to, predict and practice and show up. And so I think everything you do as a coach really translate into any leadership position.
I had no idea you were on track for the police academy.
Yeah, that was. But now that you mention that, I do see. I could see you pulling me over. Yeah, I could see that. I could see you at my window.
Did you take anything from there that you still say that you feel like you use every day in your life from that time?
Yes, I do. From the police academy and learning, what they teach you there and how to interact with people. I think that's what I bring into this position. It's a lot of customer service. It's a lot of, earning the trust and respect of the community. That's what meaning the badge, or wearing the badge, means for El Paso Police Department, is that you earn the respect and the trust from your people. You don't just come in and say, because I'm wearing the uniform or because I'm an AP, that you're going to do things my way or this way, or you're going to fall in line. Like, no, you have to give respect to earn respect, and you got to treat people like people. And all of you guys that I talk to here at Eastwood High School, you guys are all young adults, and so I treat you as such, with respect, with dignity. Even when I have you behind closed doors and we have to have tough, crucial conversations, it's always with respect. It's always with respect, and it's always with trying to show right from wrong and how we could have done something better. Never demeaning, never demoralizing, never putting down, never, flexing or, because of the title. It's not about that. It's about just treating people like people, And
I actually never thought about that. But yeah, when you think about it, police officers have to be the most social people. They have to have the best social skills. I mean, that's all they do is deal with citizens. Yeah. So I think about it. Yeah, that definitely would have helped you or anyone else going into that field and then going into education.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Not de-escalating.
Yeah.
I can see you pulling Zach over too.
Zach's a great kid. He follows the law.
Yeah. Dang. Wow, that's like a...
Speaking of fun facts, what is something our students would be surprised to learn about you?
Yeah. I think I've already mentioned him, the police officer, the coaching at the high school level, being a dad of 4, being happily married for over 13 years, I think that would be the fact, or the fun fact, that a lot of people don't know, that, I had that law enforcement background, or that I was a high school coach. So I think that's interesting when I tell people that, like, you guys were like,
I'm still in shock.
You didn't know, but it makes sense. It makes sense. And so that was it, yeah.
Since you've had a background in middle school and high school, you've kind of got to know that things are a little different. So if you had the choice, if you had to go back to high school, would you go back the time you went, or would you go back like in now's time?
Guys, times are times are different
for
now.
Sure.
It's different with the whole little 6, 7, all the stuff that you guys come up with, man. It's funny, man. I don't think I would have survived in high school, these days. I graduated from down the street. Graduated from Hanks in 2005. So that's another fun fact. When I tell kids, they're like, you're from Hanks, sir? Like, how do we let you in here? But I graduated from Hanks, and so very different back then, guys. We were over 3,000 plus kids. We were as far east as east was. There was no Pebble Hills. There was no East Lake, no El Dorado. I think as far out there was Monwood High School. And so we had a lot of kids. And so it was easy to get lost within the mix. And, do things that you were not supposed to be doing. Fire drills, and you have fire drills, and, kids would not really do the fire drill. They'll just take off to Winter Stencil across the street. And so it was very different times. And so I think that I wouldn't survive in the day and age today, especially with all the technologies you guys have. Yeah. Like AI and everything that you guys have now with computers and the one-to-one where it's a device per kid and a lot of Google Classroom and a lot of different, apps that you guys have. You guys have to be really techie. And so even now my kids, like, you're born with a cell phone in your hands. Like, it's crazy. Like, my 3-year-old can just flip and stuff. And I'm like, how in the world? So it's very different. So I don't think that would survive in high school at this time in the early 2000s, back when 50 Cent was a big thing. That was my time. That was it was more of a, I guess, sink or swim type of environment. Like, there were so many kids, so it was hard to kind of really groom and support like individual kids. So it was like, here's a lesson, here's the assignment. You either do it or don't do it, and you fail. Now you guys got the supports. You guys got the technology. You guys have the tracking where education is so important now, where they want you guys to complete whatever certifications, CTE, CCMR. That wasn't a big thing when I was in high school. The CCMR, CTE, the certifications. The stuff like this, man, this is awesome. Like, it wasn't just something big at that time. Or if it was, it wasn't happening at Hanks. Yeah. We didn't see stuff like this, at Hanks, where you guys had podcasts or you guys had your news where they would come up on the screen. It wasn't like that. We was back in old school. It was just one big old like TV that wasn't even a flat screen that was in every classroom. And that's all we had. Channel 9 News or something. Bill Nye the Science Guy. I think that was as more techie as we got.
Yeah, I ended off with Bill Nye too. Like, when I was little, I remember watching Bill Nye in class.
We were talking about this the other day too. Like, Zach was saying he wished he went back to school a few years ago, and I was telling him, like, you're on your phone every day. I couldn't imagine being at school in that time.
I feel like I would be so much smarter though. Probably. Think about it. No distractions. No AI. No chat GPT.
That's true, guys. That's true, because back then there was no FOMO. There was no fear of missing out, because not a lot of us had cell phones. Yeah, I didn't have a cell phone until I got out of high school, guys. So, like, now everybody, has a cell phone, and if you don't, then you have FOMO. It was real fear of missing out. Like, you're like, man, like, that's going on social media, or that happened, and I didn't know, or this happened. And so you're always distracted, because even though your phone is in your pocket, you're still cognizant of it. And you're still thinking of, like, everything that's going on in that world, because you have the world at your fingertips. And back in my day, like you said, it was just being focused on the task at hand, because there was nothing else to do but that.
Yeah, I mean, even now, like, I'll be doing work and, like, I'll feel my phone vibrate, and I'm like, now, like, you think about it, then you're thinking, who's texting me, or like, what's going on? Memory. Yeah, it's just like, and then you want to pull it out, and then I was built 1481. Just can't pull it out. So.
Got that memorized.
Yeah.
You got the bill memorized. Yep. Senate bill, what was it? 1481? 1481. Yeah. So focus.
Our last guest on the podcast, we had varsity football in. They were talking about their season that had just come to an end, and they had a little message for you for when you came on the podcast. Do we have the message? They asked you some questions.
All right.
Hey. In the episode, but our next guest will be AP Mr.Macias. If you want to ask a question, we'll ask him on the podcast. So, okay. Middle count.
You want to go first?
You go first.
Hi, Mr. Macias.
How many Saturdays have you gone to work out at school?
How many Saturdays? I guess he's on Mr. Obleo's Twitter page, and he's following Mr. Obleo, because Mr. Obleo gets a kick of me and Mr. Busso sending him pictures every Saturday. So we started something, guys, here, just so you guys know. It's called Because I Said I Would. And so anything that we do, whether it's for you guys in our personal life and business, is if you say you're going to do it, do it. Like, don't just, I'm going to be at your guys' swim meet, and then don't show up. Like, that lets the kids down, that lets the program down. So we were cognizant now, like, if you say you're going to do it, you have to be there. And so don't say that you're going to be there if you can't be there. So if you say you're going to do it, do it. And so one of the things that me and Mr. Bustos were talking about is getting in shape. Not so much getting fit, but just being in shape so that we can be not fit leaders, but leaders that last and that are healthy and that can be here and that we're not getting sick and we're missing days. Because when we're missing days and we're not here, we're not our best for you guys.
Yeah.
And so we work out on Saturdays. And so when we started Because We Said We Would, that was over a month ago. So to answer Dej and Mr. Mikey, we have, so we did 2 months. So I would say we've done Saturdays 8 times. 8 Saturdays where we come in the morning, we're flipping tires just like the football players do. We're running stadiums, and we're doing push-ups, just trying to stay, healthy.
Wow. Yeah. That's You could add that to your most. What was that question that you asked?
Something we didn't know.
Yeah, something we would never know. That was.
And then Mikey added.
That's a good question.
I've seen the Twitter post.
Man, what do I?
Deja's on all the school social media. It's very active on there.
Did you have good school spirit, man?
I know, he's always commenting Beastwood.
Beastwood.
On KH.
A question I would have for you, Mr. Macias. I want to know your thoughts on us as a team this year, on how we did, and as leaders, how we became as leaders. I feel like you saw us progress from the off season. Because Mr. Macias actually went to one of our leadership workshops. So
Oh yeah, I remember.
I want to ask, what do you think as like what type of people did we become as leaders? How we became as a team. That's the question I want to ask.
Bye, Mr. Macias. Say bye.
Man, guys, that gets me all emotional and gives me goosebumps because just like Mikey said there, it's important to support you guys not just here on campus, but in your guys' endeavors outside of campus. So anytime that we're invited to support you guys, anything great and positive that you guys are doing outside the campus, we try to be there. And so what Mikey and the group did, they saw that last year, obviously it wasn't a successful year, and things just don't feel right when Eastwood's not winning football games. It's just not. It's just something's off. Something's off when Eastwood is not winning football games. And so they did a lot of self-reflecting, and amongst themselves, not even with the coaches. They came up with about 20 players by, I was going to say by department, like teachers, by division, by groups. So cornerbacks, safeties, running backs, by position. That's what I should say. They came up with by positions, leaders. And they would meet at like hotels or restaurants or whatever it might be. And they would just do leadership workshops. They would just talk about them being leaders and what a leader looks like and what a leader should do and what a leader embodies. And so they took a lot of those leadership qualities from the books that they read, from the workshops that they had, like Mikey's dad present and different presenters present, people that are winners in our community, people that have won. They took a lot of that feedback and put it into themselves and then brought it back to the program. So that made them better leaders on the field because they would tell and hold the other kiddos accountable. Hey, man, we said we were going to be in practice. Like, you're not in practice. You're not putting in the work that the rest of us are putting in. Like, where are you at? What are you doing? And so all in the right way, because they have to also talk to Mikey and all them and say, hey, guys, you're going to be a leader, but lead in the right way, And so they did, and they led the group. I think that made them bond a lot more, and you see the fruits of their labor on the football field because, man, they won 10 straight games, after St. John Bosco. And so they did really well when they played for each other. And I think that all started with Dagle and Sonic and, Mikey and Dage and Kingston and all of those guys. I can go on and name them all. But they met outside of school and they came up with, their characteristics of what a leader should be and traits. They even came up with a poster, and I have it in my office. And so I think them as leaders, they grew a lot, brought it back to the program, and you see the fruits of their labor because they had a successful season. They had an awesome season. So I'm super proud of them, super proud of what they accomplished as a team, super proud of the coaches. It's hard, guys. It's hard when you get hit in the mouth. They got hit in the mouth last year, and everybody was, clowning on Eastwood. Where's Eastwood now? Where's the Troopers now? They ain't winning now. And they had a bounce back, and they showed everybody up. And they played tough games this year where they barely, squeaked by, but they showed why we're the best.
I think what my favorite part of this year too was for football was like after playing, Bosco, they were the number 1 team in the nation. So, it was all over TikTok and everything. And everyone was complaining. They're like, why would they send Eastwood? Eastwood's the worst team in El Paso. All this, like, everyone's like, oh, send Pebble Hills and, all these other teams. Yeah. And it's like, then they came back and wiped the city, and it was just like, what do you guys got to say now,
Amen. What do you got to say now? I love that. What do you got to say now? But that's life, buddy. That's life, guys. And just so you guys know, you're always going to have haters, man. You're always going to have critics. You're always going to have mockers. You're always going to have somebody that thinks they can do it better or have done it better or seen it done better. But you guys are the ones that are in the arena. So everybody, that's behind the cameras here, and you guys that are sitting here, you guys are in the arena. You guys are the ones making it happen. So never let the outside noise affect what you guys do and you as a person. And it's not so much to show them up, but to show yourself up. And you're only in competition with yourself. and you're in the arena. So I love that. Like, even though they had all the noise and they were talking and this and that, they showed up for each other and for the program and for Eastwood. And so I'm proud of them. Not just them though. Every club, every extracurricular that we do, we excel in academics, football, and beyond. And so swim's coming up, wrestling's coming up. I mean, basketball is happening. They're doing their thing. So, like I tell you, man, we just have some of the hardest working kids here at Eastwood High School.
I agree.
Yes, sir. Mr. Macias,
Yes, ma'am.
if you had an unlimited budget and no restrictions, I know, what would your dream schedule at school look like?
My dream schedule.
Are you even showing up?
Yeah, right. I'm showing up. I got the most money in the world. I got all the budget, and so I'm already here 7 to 7 guys on a normal day. 7 in the morning, and I stay till 7 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday. And if I go to support, groups, then I come back to the office. Weekends I'm here. So if I had a budget with no constraints, what would I do for myself or for the campus or for both?
Everything.
For the whole deal. Man, it's a tough question because there's so much I want to do. And then now that you guys know, like, with budget constraints statewide, like, there's really a lot of constraints on what we can do to support kids, like that we used to do in the past. So if I had no budget constraints, guys, I would start with academics. I got to start with instruction. I got to start with giving you guys the best resources I can possibly give you. What softwares are out there? What research is out there? What can we do to support our kids? They're already at, let's say this level. I want to take them to the masters and beyond. And so I'll start with the academics. Let's get all the kids all the resources that they need. I will tell you guys, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Isleta is the only district where our teachers that teach a core subject have 2 conference periods. So they have 2 conference periods, and that's a lot of money that's taken from the district. And the other teachers don't, like the Spanish teachers like Ms. Ray or the CTE teachers and electives. So that's another thing I would do for this campus is I would give everybody 2 conference periods because the teachers deserve it. They're working hard, man. They're working hard for you guys, and they need that time to plan and prep for you guys. So I would give the teachers back their conference periods that they lost because of budget constraints, and making sure that we're fully staffed and that you guys have stuff like this. State-of-the-art equipment, state-of-the-art student desk, state-of-the-art, when you walk in, you're just mesmerized by everything Eastwood, fixing our parking lot. The biggest thing I would do, guys, is do a car garage.
I was about to say
we need parking here, bud. We need parking here. So like a huge car garage or something, man. Like
car elevator.
That'd be awesome. And then lastly, finding a way to give you guys like bonuses as kids and also as teachers and staff. So like if you guys wanted to go to a university or whatever, being able to start you guys off with your first semester, your first year of the university or the college level or beyond, giving you guys that financial backing that you guys would need to get that, going.
Wow. So that was a great response.
What would you do?
Probably the parking. I like that idea a lot. I really like that.
That's
or actually give APs 2 periods off.
Woo! Yeah.
There you go.
I need a period off for sure.
Give Mr. Macias some time off.
a day a week. Just
I love it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Macias.
Loved it.
I appreciate it. I'm super honored, guys. Super blessed. It was awesome.
Yes, sir.
And we hope to see you again soon on the podcast.
Let's do
Bring
it.
it back.
And before we go on break, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
We will see you all after the break. Thank you guys for joining us today. I'm Vitalia Sanchez.
I'm Zach Torres. We will see you next week.
AP Macias, Merry Christmas.
Peace.
Peace.